into Trump's gold card proposal.
Okay.
It's this idea where, like, wealthy foreigners could pay a fee, $5 million for U.S. residency, and a path to citizenship.
Right.
So it's like a high-stakes game of Monopoly, but not really, because this could actually change U.S. immigration policy.
Yeah, this is serious stuff.
So what's the deal with this gold card?
Well, to understand the gold card, we got to rewind a bit and look at the EB-5 program,
Okay.
which this proposal seems to be based on.
Okay.
The EB-5 program was designed to attract foreign investment and create jobs by offering green cards
Okay.
in exchange for substantial investments in U.S. businesses.
So like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing.
Exactly.
Invest in the U.S. economy and you get a shot at living here.
Yeah.
But I've heard that the EB-5 program has had problems.
It has.
What were some of those concerns?
Yeah, the EB-5 program has been under scrutiny for years now.
Okay.
Because of allegations of fraud, mismanagement, and even national security risks. And both CNN and Politico have reported on these controversies.
So what did they find?
Well, for instance, CNN uncovered a case where EB-5 funds were intended for a Vermont ski resort,
Right.
but they were allegedly diverted to personal accounts.
Oh.
And Politico highlighted concerns about the lack of transparency and oversight in the program, and argued that it created loopholes for potential abuse.
So it sounds like the EB-5 program had some serious issues.
Yeah, it definitely had its share of problems.
And now Trump is proposing this gold card based on a similar principle,
Yeah.
but with a much bigger price tag,
Right.
$5 million.
Exactly. And Trump has explicitly said, we're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million.
Okay.
And that's going to give you green card privileges, plus it's going to be a route to citizenship.
So essentially he's saying, if you have $5 million, come on in.
Pretty much, yeah.
But didn't Trump also make some comments about Russian oligarchs?
He did. He mentioned knowing some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people. Okay.
And this comment, combined with the gold card proposal, has sparked a lot of debate.
Right.
Some see it as a way for wealthy individuals, including Russian oligarchs, to gain influence in the U.S.
Okay, so that adds another layer of complexity here.
Definitely.
But how would this gold card program actually work?
Well,
Is there like a vetting process?
There is.
Or is it just about having the money?
Well, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, who's been involved in shaping this proposal, has emphasized the need for a thorough vetting process to make sure that these gold card recipients are wonderful, world-class global citizens.
Wonderful world-class global citizens. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
What are the specific criteria here?
Yeah, and how effective will this vetting process really be in preventing abuse?
Exactly.
Especially considering the issues that the EB-5 program had.
Right.
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
And it's one that we need to explore further as we look into the potential implications of this gold card proposal. Okay, let's do that. So this program could let anyone live in the U.S. if they have $5 million.
Right.
But what about like the long-term impact of something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, could this create a system where access to America is literally for sale?
That's a great question. And if wealth becomes the main thing that determines who lives in the U.S., it could change the country's social and economic landscape.
Right, because then wouldn't that basically create like a two-tiered system?
Exactly.
Where people with money can just buy their way in?
Yeah.
While everyone else has to go through the normal immigration process.
Which is often very long and complicated.
Right, exactly. And that raises questions about fairness.
Definitely.
Like, is it really fair for some people to be able to just buy their way into America?
It does raise concerns about equity.
Yeah.
Critics argue that this gold card proposal goes against the whole idea of equal opportunity.
Right.
It suggests that American citizenship is only for the wealthy.
Yeah, it's like saying that America is only for sale to the highest bidder. But what about the economic side of things?
Okay.
I mean, sure, attracting rich people could bring in some investment. But is that enough to justify changing immigration policies so drastically?
That's a good point.
And is it even guaranteed to help the economy?
Well, that's what proponents of the program argue.
Yeah.
They say it would bring in entrepreneurs and investors who would create jobs and contribute to the U.S. economy.
Okay, so they're saying it'll boost the economy.
Exactly. But critics point out that the EB-5 program, which was based on a similar idea, didn't always live up to its promises.
You mentioned that CNN and Politico had concerns about the EB-5 program.
I did.
Did their reports talk about the economic impact at all?
They did. Politico especially analyzed some EB-5 projects and found that a lot of them didn't create as many jobs as they had promised.
Oh, wow.
And in some cases, the investments actually led to job losses in those communities.
So the economic benefits aren't always as clear as they might seem.
Right. It's not a guaranteed win.
Right. And what about the impact on society and culture?
Okay.
Could a program like this change the fabric of American society?
Yeah, that's a valid concern. Critics argue that a program that prioritizes wealth in immigration could make society less diverse and more divided.
Yeah, like it could create a bigger gap between the rich and everyone else.
Exactly. They worry that it could worsen existing social divisions and undermine the idea of America as a melting pot.
So we've got economic concerns, questions about fairness, and the possibility of big changes to society and culture.
We do.
It seems like this gold card proposal has a lot of people thinking about the future of America.
It definitely does, and that's why it's so important to talk about these things
Yep.
and really think about potential consequences of a big policy change like this.
Yeah, this isn't just some small tweak.
Right.
This is a fundamental change to how America approaches immigration.
Exactly. The gold card proposal raises some really important questions about American values and what kind of future we want to create.
So we've really unpacked a lot with this gold card proposal.
We have.
And it seems like it's brought up all kinds of questions about immigration and what it means to be American.
Yeah, it really gets to the heart of things.
We talked about the possible effects on the economy, the ethical issues, and the changes it could bring to society and culture.
Right, we've covered a lot of ground.
But at the end of the day, the big question is, what does all this mean for, the average person?
That's the key question, isn't it?
Like, what does this mean for me and you?
If this gold card program actually happens,
Right.
will it really help America as a whole?
Mm.
Or will it just help the people who can cough up the $5 million?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
It makes you think.
It really does. This gold card proposal shows us that immigration policy isn't just about rules and laws.
Right.
It's about who we are as a country and what we believe in.
Exactly.